Okay, we are in the pit mechanical room off the daycare. This is your second main, or this is your main mechanical room for air handling and stuff like that. We have two panels in here. These panels are pretty much, this panel, panel E, takes care of, it's just the opposite of panel B. It's everything on this half of the building from the women's bathroom, library area this way. Same with upstairs, it covers all that. So this panel, the only difference is this panel will have your power and your lighting loads off of it. One breaker that you will need to know about is your fire alarm breaker. It is lamecoided and it will be locked on. So that breaker can never turn off. As I said, it'll be locked on, so you'll never have to, there'll never be an accidental shut off. Just make sure that that one is, if they ever need access to it, it's right there. This panel, panel C, is pretty much all your, ooh, it's a bit squeaky. It's all your big equipment on this half of the building, and it's refeeding some of the circuits from, there was a panel I before the demolition. That took care of, there's some car plugs on it. There aren't any kitchen loads on this anymore, just because we ended up rejigging it to make it work over there. But all your equipment, so like your the motors for your motorized curtain walls, that's out of this panel. Your forceful heaters, stuff like that, that'll be out of this panel. So all your kind of mechanical bigger equipment will be out of panel C. Each panel will have a pretty detailed panel schedule. So if you ever need to access it, like it'll be fairly straightforward to figure out which it is. Plus, I think we're going to be going over and lamecoiding some stuff as well. So
that's always the
yeah.
Especially upstairs, they're doing something, they blow a breaker.
Yeah.
Where's the breaker for this?
Yeah. And to be honest, if it's in the event spaces, it's going to be out of panel E. If it's in the sanctuary, it'll be out of panel B. It's there. We kept all the convenience receptacles and stuff. There's only two panels for them. So I believe panel C does have like a TV panel here and there, just and some of the daycare stuff that got added to it. But there's not a ton of them. So with these, I should explain with these breakers, if they do trip, it's like most breakers are the exact same. When they trip, they'll go into the middle position. You have to turn them all the way off to turn them back on again. And these breakers, the squared E breakers, will have a little orange flag in the window. So you'll be able to tell which one is tripped pretty quickly. Any questions?
I like that.
Yeah, they're nice and easy. If they trip, it'll have an orange right beside it. They're really quick and easy to figure out, yeah. You only have 5-6 panels in this 122 volt panels in this building. So if there's all of a sudden an emergency, you can't figure out what it is, just open panels, find the orange. You're good to go. This is your fire alarm booster pack for the, this picks up the crawl space and some of the kitchen horn strobe. You should really never be in this. This will be locked off. Only fire alarm techs should be in there. But if they do ever ask where the equipment is, they should have it on their VI report, but that's where it is. The next part about this, we have another battery pack here. This is for the emergency lighting. Same thing on this half of the building. So again, whenever you're doing your annual test for it, you'll just need to unplug it. It'll set the lights off and you'll be good to go. This battery pack, the receptacle for it is right there. That one and the one in the electrical room, they're both on the same circuit. It's all on, the circuit is E2. That's your nightlight circuit. So that kind of, if you shut off E2, it'll also kill those two plugs sending off the DC heads. So if you ever need, E2 is your nightlight circuit. Your backboard, your Rogers, Shaw, whatever it is, backboard is right there. That's kind of beyond me. A duct heater up there with the disconnect for the duct heater. It's a bit tucked behind some ducts, just the way it all worked out. But that is the disconnect for that duct heater. Right. The HRV in here is just a plug disconnected by the plug.
Where's the disconnect?
Just right there. If you tuck. Yeah. So this switch, this is that bypass switch I was talking about for your outdoor lighting. So your outdoor lighting is actually split onto two circuits. You have anything on this half of the building, again, is off panel E, and then anything off that half is panel A. So it's working off relays. So if you ever have to work on the equipment during the day, just test it. That's your bypass switch. So it's on a photocell, so it'll go on at night. This won't affect the photocell in any sort of way. It just is a bypass switch for maintenance.
You can't just turn it on during the day.
Just turn it on during the day. Yeah, it's in parallel with the photocell. So if you're trying to use this as a disconnect, it won't work. The power will still be on, or will still be available through the photocell. Although each light during the day, as long as there's not somebody putting like anything over the photocell or it's not super cloudy, at the lights it'll still be dead. It's just the photocell that'll have power to it at first, because it goes out to the photocell and then comes back to the relays to go out to the lights.